Welcome back to Factorio SpaceX on extreme settings. So, what we did last time was, between last times, I basically added in oil 4. This is potentially another iron to feed this area, but at the moment we need to actually generate a little bit more demand for this area, and I'm definitely rethinking this little crossover that I've got there. So what we are looking for is creating our efficiency modules. We haven't previously been doing that, so I don't actually have a pattern for the efficiency modules yet, but I do have for the other sorts of modules, I think. Unless I blew myself up when I last... Yes, I may have done that. I may have nuked myself. I know it's hard to believe doing something like that to yourself. But alright, if we were to copy that and paste it here, and then go into each of these and change it so it instead is green. That needs to be a green 2. That needs to be a green 3. That needs to be a green 2, etc, etc. Green 2, green 1, green 2, green 3, green 2, green 1, green 1, green 1, and green 1, and these ones over here this is incorrect. We should have instead one of them, and chests, of course. That needs to be a requester. That one needs to be one of them. And the requester needs that stuff. Oh, what's going on down here? Seem to have missed. Well, this guy needs to be that. We need these in here. Presumably that goes that way. Presumably it is possible to make this tighter than I have, but it's nice and square and it kind of works, so yeah. Okay, so that should be all we need, so let's get out of here. This should kick off a little bit more activity directly. And then we'll actually turn on greens, we'll enable them. which will trigger a whole lot more activity. Oops, so you don't fit there, huh? Oh, well, I guess you can go down here. Greens are only needed really at the end, but also just one item. One item does need them. How are these guys powered? Just by... oh, okay. Well, we won't have enough of these, but never mind. And then... why don't I just do that? Get rid of those. And what happened to our greens? There they are. So 2 rows of modules per type. I mainly decided on that because it means that their passive storage I think should be enough to accommodate the 200,000 or close enough to the 200,000 that we need for the FTL drive. So that's kind of my thinking there. Let's give this a decent icon that makes a little bit of sense. That one. Now, yes, things have definitely kicked off. Do we have any of those? We have a couple. So we do need to set up the whole modules. This link here. With a couple of power switches. One there, so that we can depower the whole thing when we're not building modules. It's simply, yeah, it's less than 0. So logistics network, no, not logistics network. Circuit condition, yes, circuit condition. We'll go with the circuit condition, which we can't do just yet because we need to connect it to the circuit. Yep. Okay, so if efficiency modules less than 0, then enable, and that is enabled. So from there to there, and from there to there. Green needs to be carried on down here. Same deal. There we go, and that's enabled as well. Just need some power. There we go. So that should kick off a little bit of action. Let's have a look at our map, see what's going on. Well, that's clear at least. Are any of these moving in? Well, one has. They do need to clear these N1s for any more to move in. Has it made any difference over here? Not a lot yet, but it should do soon. Let's have a look at our stats. What's that? 165,000 green circuits per minute. That is a real stat. It's not what I've optimally built the thing to, but it is what it's running at the moment. 132,000 copper per minute, that's pretty serious. 26,000 red circuits, 6.6 thousand blue circuits per minute. I'm fairly happy with those, they're not bad. Green circuits could be better. I ideally need them to go even higher than this, but that is not bad. So what's our all-time stats look like? We're coming up to the next celebration of an achievement. Red circuits is almost to achievement and a half, and we're getting close to a quarter of an achievement there. Red is getting up to 5.8 million. Remember that we have productivity modules installed in these science labs, so that's why this is not as wide a gap as you might have thought, given that we did 4 million red science. Just thought I would mention that. Dropping down to, oh, that's the average, so 160,000 a minute now. That is pretty friggin' awesome. Plastic bar could end up being an issue. Let's see what's going on at the plastic. Doesn't look too bad at the moment. Red looks close to fully operational. There's a lot of green. Wow, we're back to, and it's mainly the green circuits, I think. They're fine-ish at this part with our huge wide stacks of roboports, but once you get into the middle of the red, it is not quite so fine. Sulfuric acid seems fine. Batteries are fine. 404. What's going on over here? Is it going crazy yet? 527,000. It doesn't look like we've got any issues supplying plastic at the moment, so I'm good with that. Oil seems okay. We're getting some movement here, still no. Finally got an iron plate train, but of course it goes in here. I haven't put any control here yet, and I perhaps do need to, so we'll see about that. Are we getting any more movement? Yes, we are. They're all underway now. So that's excellent. Wow, 75,000 logistic robots even with our bot speed. So yeah, as soon as we get a train down here, we should get this one cleared to move, or even one of these to get out of the way. Then I'm going to, well, I want to get rid of that there, that crossing that I set up, because that obviously was stupid. In a word, how is the new oil going? It's not, because those are a problem. Okay. Well, that looks like I have something to work on. It's good that modules are finally getting made. Let's have a look at how many we have got. Well, in spite of the huge pace on green circuits, they've actually dropped off a little bit. We probably... Oh no, we're probably fine. We're actually running down a bit on circuit production. Wow, red science is down here. Where's green science? Why don't we just see? Science. Green science is remarkably staying high. And I didn't check how many efficiency modules we have built. Blue's down because we used a whole lot building this area. Modules. It's a fairly low number currently. Probably because, whoops, let's get out of map mode. Probably because we actually need a whole bunch more of these to cover greens properly. And also they're last in the pecking order, which is as it should be. We don't really need the energy savings from them nearly as much as other things. Oh, I see, yes. I need to disable the power between production and green, because we don't want them both operating unless they need to. That's off at the moment. Right. Slightly annoying. Probably slightly hard to see with the robot activity. But these substations are actually reaching between the two areas, and I don't want that. I want them to be independent, so we need to go through and disconnect all the connections. We're probably full on time, so I'll tell you what, I'll finish this up and see you back next time. Thanks very much for joining me.